Hello, today we're going to be demoing Alcohol Liftoff ink, and this is a background we are going to make out of it, or you can just stamp with it. This is a background, so you need to watch some tutorial on alcohol ink backgrounds. This is Yupo paper, and just splattered on a bunch of alcohol ink and let it dry. So it looks like a mess. It does not look like your normal alcohol ink pretty backgrounds that you make for cards. These are alcohol pearls. This is a mud mess, and this is what Tim Holtz referred to as a palette. He clips it onto a clipboard, reuses it, just sprays more ink on afterward. So you take this, put your stamp onto a block, and you can use a more detailed stamp if you'd like. And what you need here to stamp on is some glossy paper. So get some glossy paper, just regular. And for this demo, I just happen to have some ancient Judikins chrome coat paper. You can use any coated paper, really, but anything that's glossy to stamp on. And just put your Alcohol Liftoff ink onto the stamp. Get it nice and juicy. You won't be able to see it. Please use a clean stamp. And go ahead and just stamp onto your palette. Okay, can't see anything. But this will stamp very nice onto your glossy cardstock. So push kind of hard to make the print, and there you go. It's kind of a nice little multicolored image, and you can repeat it obviously to make a full background with it, or just leave it as is. And what you can also do over it, because it's alcohol ink, is take any other kind of ink like distress, just normal dye ink, and put it over the top, and it will not ruin your image because the dye will go into the background. If you want to with your palette, alcohol ink works like you rub it off afterwards, so you can rub off the image, but really the palette's used for stamping. So when you're done, just throw in a little bit more ink and your palette will be reusable for the next time you want to make an imprint. The other thing this does is you can probably also make an additional image. Comes out softer the second time. So this is image 1, image 2. I used a gold type alcohol ink as well. This is the palette I used for that. And this palette isn't ruined. I'm just still going to use it as a background. You can see where it picked up a little bit of the pattern, but it doesn't matter. It's fine for a background. But you can stamp with, layer them, do what you want. I kind of like this overall background. And then just dry this off, let it dry, and reuse it again for whatever stamping purposes. Also, to clean your stamp, just use some isopropyl. I have some in a sprayer. I have 70% or 90%, but you can use the 70%. Just spritz it on there and wipe it off to clean your stamp. That's all for today. Thank you. Here's a continuation of the prior video. So you have your background, and like I said, Distress ink. Do I like this color? It's kind of, yeah. You can rub it over your alcohol ink stamped background, and it won't smear it, ruin it, anything like that. So you can use multiple colors or just one color. I'm using Shabby Shutters because it was kind of a dirty green image anyway. And so there you have a very quick background. And then if you want to stamp, you can layer something over it if you want, or you can stamp directly on here. I would use archival ink in black to make it stand out for like a sentiment like happy birthday or a picture or whatnot. But there you have a very quick colored background. All right, so First I took the Shabby Shutters again and edged it and cut the edges. And then I took the stencil and just did Shabby Shutters again over it. So it's Shabby Shutters on Shabby Shutters, just a little bit darker. And then on one of my other alcohol ink translucent Yupo backgrounds, I stamped Happy Birthday. So I'm going to cut this out, assemble this all, and make it into a card. And here's our finished product. Have a great day.